What's going on, everybody? It's Douglas. Welcome back to my solo survival series. Starting out today over here by my good friend the parrot. I have left him here for a while because I was waiting for a name, and I got one from all of you. Charleston. What a beautiful, beautiful name. Thank you to whoever suggested that. I can't remember your name off the top of my head, but I appreciate it. I'm gonna go ahead and name him. Boom. Charleston, because he dances. Woohoo! I'm gonna bring Charleston up right next to the polar bears. Just gonna sit on my shoulder for a second. Now all my pets are in the same place. Today's episode is super bittersweet because this is the last episode that I'm going to be doing any building in this part of the world. I want to finish up all the pathways, make them all look nice. I have something special to put in below the iron farm, and I want to put some more texture and detail in certain places along the road and on some buildings. And I also want to make sure that the landscaping is done so we don't have a little floating ledge right here for my church anymore. Like I said, it's going to be bittersweet. I'm very happy to be done, to be moving on. It's going to be great. The next location is going to be fantastic. However, this is great. I've really enjoyed making this into what it is. It's not going to win any awards or anything, but I have really enjoyed working on it, testing myself. I feel like I've become a better builder because of it, and the things that I learned are definitely going to carry over into future projects. So I can't complain. This has been great. Really quick, before I get started in on finishing up my starter base, for those of you who have not watched the last episode, here I am at my pillar. This is going to be the location of my next base. It's about 3,000 blocks total away from the starter base. A few of you suggested after last episode that I go out to the next ring of strongholds and check and see if there's any that I liked, and I did that. And I'm going to be honest, none of them have swayed me. I feel like this is going to be a fantastic location for building my very first castle ever. There's an ocean right over here and a monument somewhere. I can't remember exactly where, but it's a little ways away. There's caverns. There's a huge ravine right here that goes all the way down basically to the heart of the world. There's a beautiful forest all around, and I think that it will just look great. So I just wanted to finalize that and let's make sure everyone knows, because I kind of left last episode a little open-ended. And for all you people who are just watching this episode and missed the last episode, this is what you have to look forward to. I'm going to turn this forest into a castle. And to save myself having to fly all the way back in the overworld, I'm just going to hop through right here. Ooh, kind of a good spot, actually. I will see you guys back at base. First thing I need to do on the way to finishing up this entire base is to get all of my random chest monsters under control. Alright, I definitely organized everything after I grabbed it all. Woo. All right, well, that is done. I'm going to grab this empty shulker box and take it with me for my project box. Now, next up on the agenda is finish up the landscaping and the path. I'm going to add in a couple of lampposts just to kind of break up the monotony of having the fence gates and fence posts and lanterns everywhere, as well as finish up some landscaping things like under there. And also down here, I'm going to make it look a little bit better along the wall. I'm going to accomplish all that in the form of a time lapse. So here we go. Okay, what did you think? I think it looks way better now. I love the fact that the path comes over this way. I love all the little lampposts that I've got all the way throughout the base. A little combination of deep slate and dark oak and chains, and I just love it. And I was able to put a little bit of texture into this wall as I'm coming up these stairs. Put a little cobblestone in there, made it look not quite so uniform, made it look like a player has been here, has made this their base. So yeah, up here as well. The last thing that I want to do, the little final touch that I want to put onto this base, is to make this spot look pretty. Right now it's kind of just like this ugly flat mass of stone and dirt. Now the idea of what to put in here comes from one of you guys. So shout out to Hidden Ally for the idea for this, and it is going to be a little campsite. I'm going to make it nice and pretty with like campfire, a little tree, a little place to sit. This is definitely an on-the-fly type of thing, but let me clear out all of this stone and I'll show you what I am thinking. Okay, this is all swapped out now, stone for grass. The edges are still very oxy. Don't worry, I will fix that later. But okay, like I said, because this is something I'm really just doing on the fly, I kind of wanted to walk you guys through my thought process before I just go ahead and do it. So the whole point of this, I need to swap these out actually. So in my mind, this is going to be the section of town where people come to kind of get away from the buildings, the industrial aspect of everything. So I think if we're going to do that, I want to have 2 campfires. Okay, so we'll have one kind of here, and we'll have another one here. So those are the 2 little places for campsites. I'm going to outline where people can walk. We'll do a little ring around this one. Okay, so that's one campsite. And then this one over here is connected to this one as well. So here's the very, very basic idea of what I had. I've got a campsite over here, a campsite over there. Right here, I don't have any logs or anything, but I do believe I would want like a tree back here, and then a tree over here, and a tree kind of here in the middle as well, probably a smaller one, just to provide a little shade, a little bit of shelter to people as they're in the campsites. I like having the 2 little campfire rings, and I think once I swap these out for trees, it'll look good. So now all that's left to do is I'm going to go back into another time lapse so that it doesn't take an incredible amount of time. I'm going to go ahead and swap out these pillars for trees. I'm going to fill in a little bit more around the campsites, maybe make a place for people to sleep or sit. And yeah, I am going to do that right now. So here we go. And voila. Here is the little campsite. Here's what I came up with. I think it looks pretty dang good. Now, of course, it looks a little bit better with my Better Leaves resource pack that I have on, but I actually think that I killed it. Look at that. I love the texture of the mud and the coarse dirt, as well as the path blocks. I like the trees that I have. Resource pack that I have, of course, makes them look a little bit better, but I'm definitely still a noob when it comes to these things. I'm happy that it turned out the way it did. It looks kind of nice. And then, of course, we have the blockishness that is these hills behind. My initial thought was just to like texture them up, make it look like it's supposed to be blocky. But after further review, I think it'll look best if it just is like a natural hill behind it. So I'm just going to cut it all out like this, a little bit on a slant, make it look like it's just natural terrain, and we'll see how it looks after that. Okay, friends, what an episode. Today I finished up everything behind me. This base is ready for me to move on. Bittersweet, as I've come to love this place, but I'm very excited for me to start in on the first ever castle build of my Minecraft career. But this place has been very good to me. This has been a fantastic start. I've got some great builds, some great farms, and it has been a great starter base. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate you, each and every one of you, so very much. If you had any suggestions, comments, concerns, questions, please let me know down in the comments below. Make sure to like this video if you enjoy it, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you guys in the next video very, very soon. I'm going to exit out, have a little outro using some BSL shaders. I'm going to turn off my hotbar. I'm just going to go on a leisurely stroll all the way through this base, turn on some peaceful music, and go on a nice leisurely stroll to end out the video, give you guys a chance to see the whole base in all of its glory. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.